You are standing in the middle of a foreign city, no travel companion beside you, no one to decide the itinerary with, no one to compromise with at dinner. Just you, your bag, and the entire world laid out in front of you. For most people, that sounds either thrilling or terrifying. But here is the secret that experienced solo senior travelers already know. It is actually both, and that is exactly what makes it extraordinary. Welcome back to Shortcut Suitcase, the show where we pack smart, travel smarter, and prove that the best adventures belong to those of us who have actually lived enough to appreciate them. I am talking to the 65 and older crowd today, the people who have earned their travel stripes through decades of real life. This is episode 8, and we are diving into something deeply personal and wildly liberating. Solo travel as a senior, and more importantly, how to do it without feeling lonely, overwhelmed, or invisible. Before we get into the shortcuts and the hacks, let me ask you something honest. When you picture a solo senior traveler, what do you see? If you are imagining someone slightly lost, eating alone at a corner table looking sad, desperately checking their phone for texts from grandkids, I need you to erase that image completely. The solo senior traveler I am talking about is someone operating at what I call mastery of environment. That means you walk into any room in any country and you own it. Not with arrogance, but with the quiet confidence of someone who has navigated enough of life to navigate a train station in Portugal or a street market in Vietnam without breaking a sweat. That is the Shortcut Suitcase philosophy. We are not here to just see things. We are here to master the experience. And today's episode is your complete playbook for doing that alone, magnificently. So let us talk about the elephant in the room. Solo travel sounds amazing in theory, but the reality for many seniors hits differently. There is the fatigue factor because multi-day trips are physically demanding, and having no one to share the mental load with can wear you down faster than expected. There is the technology overwhelm because booking platforms, navigation apps, translation tools, and digital tickets can feel like a second full-time job. And then there is the big one that nobody really wants to admit: loneliness. Not the dramatic, devastating kind necessarily, but that quiet ache of experiencing something breathtaking and having no one right there beside you to say, "Can you believe this place?" That feeling is real, and pretending it is not would be doing you a disservice. But here is what the Shortcut Suitcase approach does. We do not eliminate the solo part of solo travel. We engineer the conditions for connection. There is a massive difference between being alone and being lonely, and today we are going to build that bridge. This brings us to the first big shortcut of episode 8, and it is one of the most powerful tools in the entire Shortcut Suitcase framework. I want you to write this down: reputable small group tours. Now, before you roll your eyes and think I am talking about those giant bus tours with the matching lanyards and the guide waving a little flag, stop right there. That is not what we are discussing. The category of travel I am pointing you toward is something completely different. Organizations like Road Scholar have essentially reinvented the concept of group travel for active, intellectually curious adults. Their programs are built around learning, discovery, and genuine connection rather than just ticking landmarks off a list. What makes small group tours the ultimate shortcut for solo senior travelers? Think about it strategically. You get your tribe built in before you even land at the destination. The logistics, the accommodation, the navigation, the meal coordination, all of that friction is handled. And you show up as yourself, ready to experience the place, rather than spending your mental energy wrestling with the infrastructure of getting around. But more than that, the people who join these programs are your people. They are curious. They are experienced. They value depth over speed. You are not being lumped in with a random group. You are being placed with travelers who chose the same experience you chose, which means the compatibility is already baked in before the first conversation happens. Road Scholar specifically offers thousands of programs across more than 150 countries, and many of their participants are solo travelers. Not a few, not a small minority. A significant chunk of their community is made up of solo adults who discovered that this format solved the loneliness equation without sacrificing independence. You still wander when you want to wander. You still have solo moments, but you come back to a table of people who get it. Now, here is where we layer in some advanced psychology, because understanding why this works matters as much as knowing that it works. Human beings are wired for what researchers call shared experience bonding. We form deeper connections when we go through meaningful experiences together than we do through simple conversation alone. Think about the friendships forged in difficult circumstances throughout your own life. Travel creates that compression naturally. You navigate a challenging hike together, you get caught in unexpected rain, you discover an incredible hidden restaurant someone in the group heard about, and suddenly you have an accelerated intimacy with these strangers that would take months to develop back home. Solo senior travelers who tap into small group tours are not compromising their independence. They are hacking the social architecture of connection. But what about those times when you are traveling independently, outside of any organized tour? What about the nights when you are on your own, maybe between tours, maybe just doing a few solo days because you wanted that too? This is where the second shortcut comes in, and it is so simple that when I tell you, you might actually laugh. Are you ready? Eat at the bar. I know. It sounds almost too basic to be a strategy. But stick with me here because this is what I call the hotel bar strategy, and it is one of the most elegantly effective social hacks in the entire Shortcut Suitcase collection. Here is the psychology working underneath the surface. When you sit at a table alone in a restaurant, you are creating a closed environment. You have your own space, your own bubble, and the social contract of the room actually works against conversation. Nobody wants to intrude on your table. You do not have a natural opening to engage anyone. You eat, you leave, you are still technically alone. Now move yourself to the bar. Everything changes. The bar is a shared, open social space. The physical proximity to the bartender means you have a natural, low-pressure conversational anchor. The seating arrangement puts you shoulder to shoulder rather than face to face, which is psychologically much less intense and much easier for conversation to emerge organically. Fellow solo travelers gravitate to bars. Locals who want to decompress after work gravitate to bars. The bartender, especially in hotels with good service culture, is often a walking encyclopedia of local knowledge who is professionally incentivized to make your experience good. You are not walking up to anyone. You are not forcing anything. You are simply placing yourself in the highest probability zone for genuine, effortless human connection to happen. And when it does, as it will, you are not just fighting loneliness. You are gathering stories, recommendations, perspectives, and sometimes lifelong friendships from people you would never have met sitting at that corner table. Here is the emotional truth underneath all of this. Solo travel at 65 plus is not a consolation prize. It is not what happens when you cannot find a travel partner. It is a deliberate, sophisticated choice made by people who know themselves well enough to travel on their own terms. The wisdom you have accumulated over a lifetime is not a burden to manage on the road. It is your greatest travel asset. You know what matters. You know how to read people. You know how to recover from unexpected situations without spiraling. You know how to find beauty in imperfection. That is not beginner traveler energy. That is mastery. The Shortcut Suitcase framework exists because travel should be about the experience, not the friction. Every hack, every strategy, every shortcut we build together is about removing the obstacles so the adventure can breathe. Small group tours give you your tribe. The hotel bar strategy gives you your nightly connection ritual. And your own extraordinary story gives you the confidence to walk into any room in any country and belong there completely. Next episode, we are going into mobility hacks for destinations that the guidebooks never bother to make accessible. We are going to talk about navigating cobblestones, long airport layovers, and the art of building rest into your itinerary without sacrificing momentum. You will not want to miss it. Until then, pack light, travel bold, and remember that the best explorer in the room has always been you.